place of belonging and caring. It is not by chance that you arrived here today. You have been looking for something larger than yourself. Inside of you, there's a yearning, a calling, a hoping for more, a desire for a place of belonging and caring. Through your struggles, someone nurtured you into being, instilling a belief in a shared purpose, a common yet precious resource that belongs to all of us when we share. And so you began seeking a community, a beloved community, a people that does not put fences around love, a community that holds its arms open to the possibility of love, a heart home to nourish your soul and share your gifts. Welcome to that place. Welcome to this place. These words by Kimberly Ann Tomzak Carlson to begin our service this morning. We welcome you here to this space. We welcome you. We welcome all of you. We welcome, well, let me see if I can say this right. We welcome all of you, and for each of you, we welcome all of you into this space. We're glad you're here, no matter your sexual orientation, the color of your skin, or your gender identity. We welcome you here, no matter the resources in the bank. We welcome you here, whether you're rich or poor or somewhere in the middle. We welcome you here, whether you drink decaf or caffeinated. We even welcome, some would have you not believe it, we welcome you here at this Unitarian Universalist Church if you don't even drink coffee at all. That's just fine. That's probably a small minority, but we welcome you anyway. We welcome you here on this Flower Celebration Sunday, the end of our church program year where we lift up all that is we've done together. We're having a potluck after. We invite you to stay, but we celebrate today. We celebrate color, we celebrate flowers, we celebrate each other, and we celebrate all that is. We bring ourselves together into community, into beloved community, doing it imperfectly, but doing it with intent and doing it with dedication. Beloved community. What happens when we all come together, we share our gifts, and we receive from others. We welcome you into this space. Welcome. Welcome. A big-hearted welcome. Let's begin, as we often do. Well, we already began, didn't we? Because we had some amazing banjo playing by Benjamin Clark. Benjamin's a local musician. He moved from McBenville here to Bend about 3 years ago, and since that time, he has been happily picking and grinning and playing the music. So we're glad to have you here this morning, Benjamin. So let's begin. Before we sing, we've got more work to do. Let's make this place, it's nice. It's nice, but we could give it a splash of color, what say you? If we bring forth the flowers. Thank you all. Blocking. Whoa. I think we spiffied the place up a little bit. What do you think? That is absolutely gorgeous. So let me say the prayer to consecrate these flowers that the Reverend Norbert Čapek said at the Prague, Czechoslovakia flower communion every year when that community would gather. Infinite Spirit of life, we ask thy blessing on these, thy messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us amid the diversities of knowledge and of gifts to be one in desire and affection, in devotion to thy holy will. May they also remind us of the value of comradeship, of doing and sharing alike. May we cherish friendship as one of thy most precious gifts. May we not let awareness of another's talents discourage us or solely our relationship, but may we realize that whatever we do, great or small, the efforts of all of us are needed to do the work of love and peace in this world. Amen. So now let us sing. Please rise in body or spirit. Okay, it's the last. I'm on. So this is the last Sunday of our program year. We've been doing rounds a lot. And since we've been doing them a lot, we're getting brave this morning. Not 2 parts, not 3 parts, not 3.5 parts, but 4-part round of Sing and Rejoice. David will be beginning us. We'll sing it all through twice together. Then David will begin, then Joel, then Chaley here at the pulpit, and I'll be over here. So just loosely, divide yourselves as you see fit.
Sing and rejoice, sing and rejoice. Let all things living now sing and rejoice. Sing and rejoice, sing and rejoice. Let all things living now sing and rejoice.
Sing and rejoice, sing and rejoice.
Sing and rejoice, sing and rejoice. Let all things living now sing and rejoice. Sing and rejoice, sing and rejoice. Let all things living now sing and rejoice. Sing and rejoice, sing and rejoice. Let all things living now sing and rejoice. Sing and rejoice, sing and rejoice.
Good job, everybody. An intuitive ending. An intuitive ending.
Good morning, I'm Shauna, and I will be doing the chalice reading while my husband Jeff lights the chalice. As the first hint of green begins to peek through the barren ground, as that little sprig grows into a healthy stem, as that stem grows into a stalk and forms a bud, as that bud slowly opens with each new day to form a yellow daffodil, let us be like that first hint of green, renewed by the warmth of sun rays and ready to emerge with a new energy, ready to face the day. We light this chalice to bring a glimmer of that warmth into this space.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
We'd like to invite our young and young at heart down today for our time for all ages. And yeah, we'll find a microphone for Amy. Thanks. Hope they don't do it when I say it. They're used to you saying it.
I guess I should
Yeah,
say it.
you
It's our
just said
flower
it.
celebration day, and we are having a time for all ages like we always do with a
Yeah.
story exploration experience. So if you are young and young at heart and you want to come be in this space with us while we share that, come join us. We have so many friends and so many flowers today.
We do. You know what's interesting about these flowers and these friends is that none of these friends are exactly alike.
Oh, that's
And
true.
none of these flowers are exactly alike. And none of those friends are exactly alike either. You know what's also interesting about these friends and these flowers and these friends is they're all beautiful in their own way.
Yeah.
The flowers, all beautiful. The friends, all beautiful. Are you wondering, anyone, why we have so many flowers? And thank you all who helped bring them up today. That was the most exciting part of my day so far. Do you all wonder why we have them? Do you know much about the flower celebration? No? Well, let us tell you a little bit about it. That worked out well. So the flower celebration started 101 years ago on June 4th, 1923. So just last year, we celebrated 100 years since this ritual first began. And it began in a church in Prague, Czechoslovakia. Does anybody know where that is? It's in Czechoslovakia, that's right. That's right. Very astute, very astute. Well, there's this minister named Norbert Čapek, and he had gathered this church, and it was a church full of diverse people, and it was made at a time where churches that had free thinking and churches that didn't believe exactly what the big main church said weren't really welcome.
And they were kind of boring too, I
They were
think.
also kind of boring, too. That's right. So Norbert Čapek decided to start this church. And after 2 years, things were, I don't know, maybe they were kind of boring at his church, too. Maybe they hadn't found their groove yet. And he was walking around on this hillside, and he noticed all these wild flowers up growing on the hill. And he thought to himself, you know, all those wildflowers remind me an awful lot about all the different people in our congregation. The way that all those flowers are different and beautiful, and the way that all the different people in our church are different and beautiful. And so, that's what he did. He invited all the people, and it was June there too. They stood on the first Sunday in June. They invited all those people to find a flower and bring it to church the next week. And then they would trade flowers. And Unitarian Universalist churches have been doing that ritual ever since. I dare say that near every Unitarian Universalist church participates in the flower celebration, or the flower communion, as some churches call it, or, as Norbert Čapek called it, the flower festival.
How many flowers do you think have been traded over the years?
Over
If you had to guess.
101 years in all of our congregations, not only in here, but in Prague and Eastern Europe?
Probably a lot.
I don't know if I can
A
count
lot.
that high.
I don't know. A million billion? Probably
million
something
billion.
like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, lots of flowers traded from lots of people that are different and wonderful, just like all of those flowers.
What do you think's the same as his church 101 years ago as it is today?
What do you think? What do you think would be the same or different in this space and in a church a long time ago? What might be something that's different?
Not the same people.
Not the same people.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
What else is different than our church here in a church 101 years ago in Prague, Czechoslovakia? What do you think would be different?
I don't know if they had electricity then.
I don't think they did.
So they had candles, or maybe they didn't have lights at all.
Yeah. Probably didn't have an organ, or they might not even have a piano. Didn't have TV or cell phones, that's for sure.
They probably didn't have soft, cushy chairs.
Probably didn't have soft, cushy chairs. Probably didn't have big windows, and if they did, they probably had stained glass in them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think would be the same as those people who gathered together, those Unitarians, because they weren't Unitarian Universalists yet, those Unitarians, people who gathered 101 years ago in that church, what do you think would be the same as our church here today?
It has wood. They were both made out of wood.
Both probably have wood in their structures. Yep. Building materials. What else? What? Oh, I see someone over here saying a fantastic thing that connects us, and that's love. Those people in that church 101 years ago all gathered together because they loved each other, and they loved a vision that they had for the world of being free and open and supportive. And that's exactly what we do here today. 101 years, I'm amazed by it. That's why I keep saying 101. 101 years ago, and that's the same thing we do here today. We create a community of love and support, and we share a vision of the world.
Yeah, I bet they all cared about each other just like we do.
I bet they did too. And that, kids, and adults, and choir, is the story of how all our Unitarian Universalist churches began this beautiful and wonderful ritual of flower celebration that reminds us of our diversity and our uniqueness and our beauty, and all coming together to create one big, beautiful thing. Oh, one big, beautiful thing. One big, beautiful thing.
And we have so many beautiful friends with us that are going to explore with us today in our RE space. Today starts our summer programming, so it's a little bit different. We don't have a Soul Matters theme for the rest of the month, but we do have each other, and anytime we're together in a space, there's always things to learn from each other. But before we go, I think we're going to say the Children's Covenant. In this place I am kind, in this place I am loving, in this place I am a friend to the earth and all animals and people. In this place I am loved.
For March.
Surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
There's no sound. Isn't that exciting? Okay, let's try this again. Let's start with a bubble. Because bubbles make the heart happy, don't they? I'm going to even leave them here in case Reverend Scott needs to blow a bubble. But anyway, my name is Chayla Sloper, and I'm the Congregational Life Facilitator. And today we are really celebrating life here. We have what I like to call our exclamation point potluck. We're celebrating the end of the year. Yesterday, I hear the women's visioning circle was really wonderful. There were about 20 women who gathered to talk about how can we connect, what do we really want to do to make our lives richer as women in this congregation. And then today we've got all sorts of goodies to enjoy and to hear from Leadership Development Committee and all of you just how our love has impacted lives here and beyond. So a special welcome to those who are here for the first time, either on Zoom or here with us visiting. We invite you to participate. As Reverend Scott said, stay and enjoy the potluck. The theme for this month that is set up by Soul Matters is renewal. And so I truly hope that today and all this month that we're finding the nourishment we need for taking the next step on our spiritual journeys and that we can leave today feeling renewed. There were some results from the annual meeting that I wanted everyone to know. So all of the folks who were nominated for their positions and the budget as prepared by the Finance Committee and the board were passed. And then the Article 2 about how we will express our congregation's wish for new language that sort of defines the public face of Unitarian Universalism. This is using a values statement rather than principles. In our congregation, 11% of those who voted abstained for whatever reason, and that is the freedom of conscience. Of those who voted, 21% voted no, that they preferred the principles, and 79% of those who voted yes. So when we have our delegates to go to General Assembly, they will reflect those preferences within the congregation. So again, a big thank you to Diane Darling and to others who led the discussions and really helped the congregation understand what that was all about. So today being the second Sunday of the month is the Nourish program, which means that folks are invited to bring perishables and produce, some protein things that are distributed to food banks. I just want to highlight that this will be happening every second Sunday through the summer as well. So just have it in your mind, and then I hear that we're going to have a reminding factor available that we can put on our refrigerators and just remind us when the second Sunday is and what to do with that. So yes, as with regard to the potluck, absolutely, everyone's welcome. And we are learning. We are lifelong learners. And we have followed, or shall I say, inspired by those who live by the philosophy, life is short, eat dessert first. We're going to hold the desserts in the kitchen until a little later. And then we'll put the desserts out, and then we've also got a surprise that will be served out on the patio. This Thursday night is the Art Resources Team reception for our own member, Christina Ziegler's beautiful Splendor of the Night Sky program. When you're getting your food today, you can see her artwork that is posted, and she'll be talking about those Thursday night. The reception is from 6 to 7. I brought, as one of my props, our recycle bag for our bottles and can return. This is a program that we have where funds raised through the refund, 10 cents per item, goes to our social justice programming. Now, I hope this isn't inconvenient, but I would like to request, if possible, when you have a full bag, to bring it on Sunday, because there are, shall we say, industrious neighbors who have found our stash and like to take it for their own embitterment. So Mark Steinberg, who is the one who has been picking up the bags for folks that aren't able to bring them to the bottle drop place, he's just asked if we could bring those bags and put them outside on Sunday, and then he will dutifully and faithfully take them in. The last little bit that I would like to say is relative to how beautiful this property is. If anybody knows how growing things grow, and every landscape needs a little help. If you love landscape work and you love this property, we have a job for you. We're looking for volunteers to help with just forming a landscape team, or somebody in particular to say, yeah, I'll find out what needs to happen and collect crews and things like that for different projects on the land. But we are looking for landscape lovers who also love our land. I think that is enough. So I'm going to say, blessings on your day, and don't forget the bubbles.
Thank you, Chayla. In the last month, this congregation has done a lot, which is no different than any other month in this congregation. Just yesterday, our women gathered to do some planning for our Women's Connection. We had a men's retreat. We had a fantastic book author on Friday night here, and had a congregation full of folks listen to that wonderful presentation on Rooted. We've had a wedding. We've had a series on death. We've had all of our social justice groups going and going and going. We've had social groups going and going and going. We had an annual meeting. All of this just in the course of 1 month, because this is a full and busy and thriving place made possible by your energy, by your time, and also made possible by your shared resources. So in that spirit, which keeps this place moving and going and thriving and serving and glowing and loving, we take this morning's offering as we hear another song from Benjamin Clark.
Good morning. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Scott. So this is a song that I wrote, and it's called Keep Me in Your Love, and I'd like to share it with you today. Please enjoy. Carry me to rest in your arms. I'll be your special treasure, your charm. Hold me in your arms ever tightly, longing to be home where you are. My shelter from weather, storms. Carry me along these shores, whisper in my ear, I am yours. Let me rest upon your shoulders. Hold me ever tightly when I'm older. My shelter from weather. Keep me in your love, Lord. Keep me in your love. just to keep me in your love, Lord. Ba-da-da-da. Keep me in your love. Ooh, ah, oh, yeah, and ooh, ah, oh, my shelter from weather, you're my shelter from the storms. Oh, would you keep me in your love, Lord? Keep me in your love. Da-da-da-da-da, would you keep me in your love? Keep me in your love. Ooh, ah, da-da-da-da-da-da. Keep me in your love. Would you keep me in your love? Thank you.
Thank you. We are grateful for that. We are grateful for lots of things. That's why we share our gratitudes here on Sunday. And we also share our joys and our sorrows as a ritual that we share each week. If there's a joy or a sorrow in your own heart that you'd like to light a candle for, please feel free to do so. They're on the sides of the sanctuary. And I will read our written joys and sorrows, which are available on our kiosk each morning when you come in. You can fill one out and give it to an usher if you'd like to have your joy, sorrow, or gratitude read. Donna Dopkin shares, "It was such a joy to gather with 20 women yesterday morning to give voice to our deepest desires, longings, and wishes for connections with other UUFCO women. Laura Pitney facilitated this fantastic beginning conversation and visioning, and it is still in process. But we have one fantastic outcome thus far. In order to increase a sense of belonging and to minimize the after-service panic of having no one to talk to after services, women will gather in a corner of the gathering hall to offer a safe space to meet, chat, laugh, and etc. So look for us. Hopefully one of us will always be there to make the chaos of coffee time less daunting." And I'll add, too, that a great way to do that, if you are a woman or are not a woman or are gender fluid, is to every week say to yourself at the beginning of coffee hour, I'm going to take 5 minutes to talk to someone I don't know before I go find those folks that I know I like talking to. And in that way, we'll deepen the connections all across our sanctuary or our congregation. But until then, if you identify as a woman, find those women laughing and talking in the corner. They self-selected the corner. We didn't put them there. It's not our doing. Dory shares that I'm feeling sad because I miss my ex-husband who passed away suddenly on Thursday. I'm in agony because my son Peter is going through so much pain and I feel helpless to help him. Our thoughts are with you, Dory. It's easy to feel helpless, but know you can lean in here into this community. Chayla shares a joy. I got a flat tire on the way back from Portland yesterday. No, that's not the joy. The joy is that a dude named Tyrell from Pocatello, Am I saying that right? Pocatello, Idaho? Is that right? I should know that by now. Pocatello, Idaho, with epic tattoos and ear gauges, changed the tire. I offered to pay him for his labors, but he said, keep it. So I remember Tyrell from Pocatello this morning with gratitude. Lisa Kennedy shares, I am grateful to Leora and the UUFCO staff for offering my son Lith a job on the AV desk 2 years ago. 2 years already? All right. I am proud of the dedication and commitment he has brought to this position. Thank you. Well, thank you, Lisa, and thank you, Lith, and thank you, Danny, and thank you, Leo, who's not here. We are grateful for our AV team, for sure. And Ken and Sue Wilhelm share the flowers for today's service right here. Not these. They didn't bring all these. They brought these beautiful flowers. In celebration of our 50th wedding anniversary, love has sustained us for 50 years. The friendships and support of this fellowship contribute significantly to our continued commitment to love and service. Salute. Where are Ken and, where are they? Ken and Sue, where are they? Ken and Sue? Oh, they're off celebrating their 50th anniversary, of course. They're not here. They sent that in. Which acts as a reminder, right? So that's their 50th anniversary. There is a sign up in the hallway. Should there ever be an occasion that you want to mark with flowers, you can sign up to bring flowers in on that Sunday. Or if you just want to bring them in, you can do that too. This is gorgeous. You could do something like this. You could also bring in a single daisy, and that works just fine as well. So that is in the hallway if you ever want to sign up to bring flowers. I have a couple gratitudes to offer on this flower celebration and year-end service. And that is to note that I get here on most Sundays before anybody else by a pretty long distance. And do you know who is here second? Every single time. It's not the staff, sometimes, but it's not the musicians, it's not the AV people, it's the coffee people. It's the people who gather early in the morning to begin brewing the coffee for all of us during coffee hour. They come in and they get everything together, they learn the kitchen and they set it up. I know it seems like that magically happens every single week, but we have dedicated coffee people who do that. So if you've helped with coffee at all this year, or if your name is Christina Ziegler and you've head that up, could you please just rise so we can say thank you to you? And then, after we drank the coffee and we enjoy it, we walk over to a bus tub and we place our white porcelain cup in it and we walk off on our way and we go into our day. Unless you're a part of the dedicated UUFCO coffee cleanup crew. I'm often one of the last people to leave on a Sunday morning as people trickle out, except for those volunteers who are still in the kitchen cleaning up with smiles and joy our coffee hour mess. And it does turn into a mess at the end, I've got to be honest with you. And so if you have been a person who has cleaned up our coffee hour at any point this year, especially if your name is Joyce Sale, will you please rise so we can just say thank you to you all. Kim, can I invite you to scoot over just a little bit, Kim? Thank you. Because I have one more joy and sorrow. We've experienced a great loss in this congregation. Not a human loss, but a great loss in the past months as our coffee machine has died. We wanted to honor this coffee machine, this Bloomfield coffee machine that has fed this congregation coffee for so many years, faithfully, warmly, dare I say, hotly, over these many years. If you have ever drank coffee in this space, other than the last 2 months, then you have cause to just pause for a moment. Is it? It shocked me. Signs of life? No. It's alive. It's not. It's not alive. It's not alive. The bun axum, that's the joy, is now doing coffee, making it faster, quicker. You did great. But our new coffee machine is doing great, and we wanted to honor this Bloomfield that fed coffee to our congregation, to you, and created the community and the coffee at which we gathered around, because we do like coffee here. We do like our coffee, and our events like coffee, and our morning activities love coffee. So, Bloomfield coffee maker, wherever the spirits of coffee makers go after they've moved on from their mechanical beings, we just wanted to say, and all together, thank you, please. We'd just like to say all together, thank you. 101 years ago, 101 years ago, the flower communion, as it's often called, or festival or celebration, was created by Norbert Čapek. The Reverend Dr. Peter Modowski, who's the minister of the Prague congregation, Czechoslovakia, recorded a prayer in honor of the celebration of Flower Festival. And we'd like to show a video of that prayer and have him offer our prayer for us this morning.
Let me share with you the meditation which Norbert Fabian Čapek offered for flower communion. In the name of Providence, which implants in the seed the future of the flower, and in our hearts the longing for people to live in harmony. In the name of the highest, in whom we move, and who makes the mother and father, the brother and sister, lover and loner for what they are. In the name of sages and great religious leaders who sacrificed their lives to hasten the coming of the age of mutual respect, let us renew our resolution, sincerely to be real brothers and sisters, regardless of any kind of bar which estranges us from each other. In this holy resolve, may we be strengthened, knowing that we are God's family. That one spirit, the spirit of love, unites us, and endeavor for more a perfect and more joyful life. Amen.
Let us enjoy some time of meditation, some silence together, to find our bodies, to calm our minds, to feel our breath, to remember that we are alive.
Please rise and embody your spirit. flowers bright and essence sweet. Like flowers we blossom when we meet. O source of life, our song we raise. This beauty fills our hearts with praise. Since what we choose is what we are, and what we love we yet shall be. The goal may ever shine afar. The will to win it makes us free.
Choose something like a star. O star, the fairest one in sight, we grant your loftiness the right to some obscurity of cloud. It will not do to say of night, since dark is what brings out your light. Some mystery becomes the proud, but to be wholly taciturn in your reserve is not allowed. Say something to us we can learn by heart and when alone repeat. Say something, and it says, I burn. But say what with degree of heat. Talk Fahrenheit, talk centigrade. Use language we can comprehend. Tell us what elements you blend. It gives us strangely little aid, but it does tell something in the end. And steadfast as Keats' eremite, not even stooping from its sphere, it asks a little of us here. It asks of us a certain height. So when at times the mob is swayed to carry praise or blame too far, we may choose something like a star to stay our minds on and be stayed. Robert Frost.
flower celebration, each flower represents the unique and precious being who brings it. Each flower offers itself as an essential piece of this whole bouquet. And so it is too with us. Each individual contributes their unique self to the fabric not only of this fellowship, but of this larger community and indeed of this world. No flower, no person is too small or too large, too bright or too common, too frayed, too plain, too unusual, or too spectacular. Each and everyone finds a place. Chapek's vision of a liberal, religious, diverse, loving, and tolerant religious community was warmly received by the members of his vibrant church. But when World War II began and the Nazis took over, they did not share this vision. He was arrested and ultimately died in the concentration camp in Dachau. Chapek's vision and ritual, however, did not die with him. Such is the power of a beautiful idea and people willing to come together and make it happen. Today, the Unitarian Church in Prague continues the flower communion celebration, and dare I say, almost every single Unitarian Universalist congregation in North America celebrates it as well. We use it to mark the end of our church program year and to look around us at each other and celebrate our own beauty and the blessing of this faith community and the rich diversity of the human family we create together. Look at these flowers and how beautiful and glorious they are. And now look around this room. Look at these people and these faces. Look how beautiful and glorious we truly are. William Blake wrote, "To see the world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wild flower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour." This marvelous mystical verse reminds us all that the makings of heaven and eternity are all right here, right now. Blake sensed, as all the mystics and visionaries and seers have always sensed, that the true meaning of life is not distant off in the clouds, but inside of us, present in each and everything among us. Each grain of sand, or each wild flower, each hour contains a part of the whole splendor, and the whole purpose of all creation and time. To see heaven in a wild flower, to see the whole in representation of the individual, to see all of it, eternity, all the universe, represented in one flower, is what Blake challenges us to do. I think I can get there, staring at a flower, the wonder and the miracle of all of it. But I wonder if we can do that with ourselves. Are we too humble? Or can we look and turn to our own self? The same is true. Infinity, the entire universe, all the beauty and all the splendor, all the miracle and mystery, present and represented in you. Yes, you, in your unique individual expression of this very universe. Čapek wrote, "We in the Unitarian movement in Czechoslovakia have decided to take the flower as a symbol. Each flower, though mortal and fleeting, has something eternal in itself, something divine. Each flower is so different, and yet all have something in common. And what they have in common is the divine. There are no two flowers alike in the entire world. Each one is original. And there are no two humans alike in the entire world. The flower that we choose connects us with the whole of nature, with other flowers, and also the one who gave the garment to those flowers. If we could understand the secrets of the simplest flower, we would understand the whole universe." And so we come together in our each splendid, curious, uniqueness and our own self-expression and our own ability that has the divine in it, something eternal in itself, something divine. And we take part in our flower ritual to remind us of this and to remind us the beauty that this creates as we come together. We'll invite everyone to come up and choose a flower that speaks to you. Take a moment, not too many moments, but take a moment and let your eyes gaze over the landscape of these flowers as Chapek's gazed over that hill with wildflowers on it years ago. Take in the whole. And then reach out and grab a flower that speaks to you, the beauty of that individual flower, connecting you to the beauty of your individual self. I'll invite folks in our front rows to come first. If you'll come down, if you'll come down this way, take a flower, and then come back out to the outside and return to your row from the outside. That'll keep everything nice and orderly. So come forth and celebrate this community and celebrate your uniqueness as a part of it. Make no doubt about it. As we look at this now dispersed beauty in this room, with the flowers, as we all return to our seats, and as we leave this place, we take our beauty with us. But each time we come back here and we bring that together, we create something as beautiful as this bouquet in front of us. Sing out. There are many colors represented in our bouquet of flowers. There are many colors represented in the world. I invite you to rise in body or spirit as Chela leads us in De Colores.
Son los
you join with me as we say the covenant of this congregation, which is bound in love and which is binding ourselves to one another? Love is the spirit of this fellowship, and service is its law. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Go in peace.